Great afternoon, everybody. Welcome, and welcome again. So, before I even get started in this video, I want you to share, I want you to participate, I want you to really be a part of this. This is truly a reload situation because I normally do not money and meals. Well, I normally do money and meals around 12 o'clock. I'm going to let y'all know officially my official announcement. It is not happening any longer. I'm pulling it from the table for a little while because there are so many awesome things going on in my life, in my day with the squad that I really need to put my head down and focus. And so I was telling somebody, I really have to do, like I always tell you, I remember to do life on purpose, with purpose, and for purpose. So I have to be strategic and very purposeful in everything that I do. Some things run the course. Some things are meant to be done for a little while, come back and do them again. Some things just come to a straight up end. And so I'm excited about all the great things that are happening from what's today, the 7th. So what are we talking? 24 days till 2021. And so I am excited about all the great things that's going down in my life. So that's first things first. Anybody who asked me, Tish, what happened to Money and Meals? I shelved it. I'm shelving it for a while. I only came on here because I wasn't on this morning. So forgive me. And I wasn't on not because I didn't want to be on. I wasn't on because I was out at 3 a.m. traveling back home to my family. And so the Lord had spoke to me on the plane. He was like, I need you to get in front of the people today. And I'm going to have a real conversation. So let me be prepared you right now as I'm trying to wait for this thing to come up so I can share it onto my own page. Yes, somebody onto my own page because I want to have the conversation with you. Period. And so I'm gonna be very transparent and very honest. You may not like everything I say. I realize that, we have to be in a position where we can really hear and absorb and receive what we need to have and absorb and receive, and not necessarily it be something that I like to hear. Everybody wants to be pumped up, but the real work starts, as Dr. Jewel would say, at home with yourself. That's where the real work begins. That's where the real work is. It is that private work, that private moment that you have with yourself. And so I was like, listen, I'm the first one to tell you that I always tell people, God loves me. I love the Lord, and I love trap music. That's just how it is in my life. And so I want to make sure that I come before y'all today. Like I said, I normally do money and meal. I don't do money and meals by this time. I'm no longer doing money and meals. I'm probably going to transition my, no, I don't want to do that. I'm probably going to transition my, it's going to come to me, y'all. Transition my health and wealth motive to my business page of D. Tish LaCroix. And then I'm going to, of course, share it over to my personal page. We're going to see how that goes, y'all. Pray for me as I figure that out, what I want that to look like, because that's something I'm not changing. But again, I apologize for not being with y'all this morning. I was on a roll. So this is what I want to talk about. So there's a book called The 10X Rule. It is a book that my leadership and I are reading. And so I went away and I got sat at the table with my wealth sisters. They're really my mentors. And I sat at the table with them. And so it's kind of like I have a multiple $1 million mentor. Well, really, she's in the billion flow. Like she about to hit billions. And then I also have my sisterhood who have really encouraged me. And so I went and sat at the table with them, and many people, they get with their sisterhood or their friends or whatever, and you go shopping and you have wine and you have these conversations, and they don't really, amount to a whole lot sometimes. But when I'm at the table with them, it is really work. And people may say, well, you only get with them to work. No, I can we're very close, but I can get a bag with them. And so when I got to the table with them, it was so much revelation that came across. And so out the gate, I'm going to tell y'all, at the end of the day, you need to get around people who's going to stretch you, period, right? Stretch you, period. It's not about you liking everything they say. It's not about you loving everything they say. It's not about you even getting everything that they say. What you need to know is really tap into a space where you're open to receive what you need. And so, like I was telling y'all, my leaders have been reading this book. And they're reading this book, and the book is called The 10X Rule. I'm trying to figure out why. I don't know what's going on my thing. See, and I bet you're going to the wrong place. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to shared Tish Bradley. Okay, so is it on? Yeah, let me tell you something. Okay, cool. So, read this book called 10X Rule. Chapter 2, I don't have my book in here, but chapter 2, I think it's page 16 or 17, is where I'm going to go with y'all today. So, again, this going to be Tish Raw Uncut. I'm telling y'all straight out the gate, I love God. God love me. I love trap music. It is what it is. I'm being honest with you. I may not be your friend today, but I'm the person going to tell you the truth right now so that you can really take the next 24 days of 2020 and really go to the next level of your life. So, anyway, we're reading the book, and I had an aha moment. I was gonna literally say, I told my husband, I said, listen, this is the goal, right? This is the true goal. And then I was like, well, I'll settle for this right here. Right. I'll just take it down because I see 24 days left. Am I really going to hit this goal? Let me just go ahead and settle for this right here. In the moment I made a decision that I was going to settle, I go and I read as I prepare for leadership, and clearly as day, the book stated, it said that, and you can go get, I should have brought so I can read it verbatim, but Billy clearly says, listen, when we get to the point where we don't see the goal is obtainable or it's not going to happen, we dial back and we shorten the goal so that we can attain something. And the reality of it, what we need to do is we need to not take the goal down, but we need to take our action up. See, the holiday time, let me give y'all a little inside scoop. The holiday time is supposed to be the most, know how the song goes, the most wonderful time of the year. It is supposed to be the most joyous time of the year. But many people are sad right now. Pandemic aside, take the pandemic off the table. When Thanksgiving comes into play, after Halloween, people be doing ends, and people come into this time of the year, it begins to depress them for a couple of reasons. A lot of people lose a lot of family members around this time of the year. And then a lot of people are depressed or saddened of the fact that I want to get, and I'm going to use my son's name, right? Because that's my son. I want to get William a PlayStation and I can't. And so what I have done is I psychologically set myself up to be sad and depressed. And I'm here to tell you straight out the gate what I had to tell myself, what I had to tell my husband, snap out of it. Get yourself together. And you may say, well, Tish, you don't understand, Tish. There's a lot going on. Everybody got a lot going on. But let me be very clear what I had to get a harsh reality of myself with. My goals don't care. If you thought you was going to make a decision and it was going to be smooth sailing, or if you said, I'm going to make a decision to work out, I'm going to make a decision to eat right, and that very day someone asks you want a slice of cake, or the days you decide I'm going to go on a fast and all of a sudden everybody want to buy you lunch, that's how it works. But you got to make a decision in your mind that no matter what happens, no matter what I'm dealing with, I am focused on the goal. Many of you shelved the goals. When all that stuff was happening, when it first kicked off at the top of the year, at that moment in March, you shelved the goals. You shelved what it's not going to be this year. Who said that? We have conditioned our mind to believe that after October begins, that, it's downtime, it's slow downtime, it's, recoup time, it's family time. Family time is every day. Family time is all the time. I wasn't even going to go to see my wealth mentor. I wasn't even going to go. But I remember saying, you know what? Every time I'm in the room with Marquita Thomas, with Camille Westmoreland, it's an awakening in my spirit that happens. So I set up time to be at their feet. We got together and Keita said to me, she said, well, Tish, I said, I'm trying to master this thing. I'm trying to get this education. I'm trying to get it. She said, well, what do you like? I said, I love support and resistance. Y'all may not know what I'm talking about, but I'm going to go there. I love support and resistance. You know what she said? She said, that's what you need to study. Stop trying to study all this stuff. Study that. Master that. And many of y'all won't master one thing. You can't even master yourself. Snap out of it. Snap out of this trance of it's not going to happen for me. Snap out of this trance that is not in abundance. Snap out of it. And decide that, you know what, next Christmas, next January, whatever that next is for you, it's going to be better than this right here. I don't have to rob Peter to pay Paul. I don't have to move money. I don't have to get no title loan. I don't have to move this right just to settle for a day when I can get this stuff for my kids every single day. And the first person that says, Tish, you don't understand. Let me run a tape for you because I have people don't really know the amount of battle. But let me tell y'all this. All them outside battles will never compare to that inner battle. It just won't. I'm going to be honest with you. What did you think up here with this mind battle? That mind battle is the battle of your life. Straight up. Like all the other stuff you encounter, that mind battle. That's the true battle. I get it. Like I got a phone. Literally, I'm gonna call my stepmom back. You know, I don't really call my stepmom, but I call her back. My dad in the hospital. You know, I had some. The doctor told me some medical things that I got going on, and I'm like, okay, we gotta deal with it. But I still went and dealt with what I needed. Let me tell you how I was so trained, because people would have said, well, Tish, you know, maybe you need to go to this. This is my husband said to me. He said, babe, so am I going to route you to Alabama, or am I going to reroute you back here? And then we go from there. So I'm rerouting back. I'm going straight back home, and then I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do from there. Why? Because I got stuff I got to do. It's things I got to take care of. And so many of you are stopping because things are going to happen. It's what it is. I got a friend right now, sick, praying her strength in the Lord. But every time I call, she's like, I done made 4 phone calls. Like, I done took care of this. We're not leading with what we got going. We're leading with what I believe is going to happen for me. And it does not mean I'm not taking precaution. I take vitamins. I do what I'm supposed to do. It is what it is. But you got to snap out of it. You got to say, for the next 24 days, I want to bust my back to do what I got to do to get where I got to go. Christmas or no Christmas, hurt or no hurt, the sad or no sad. Stop sitting in that. Stop reminiscing on it. That brings up this emotional state that keeps you bonded, that keeps you in bondage, that keeps you trapped. I've been a single mama. Not for no 5 minutes, not for no 3 days. I'm talking about William, oh God, William 23 now, I think. So I know what that felt like. But I also knew there was more to me than just this. Out the gate, you need to make a decision. That's where I am today. I'm just in a place, I'm like telling you to snap out of it. And this is the one thing, you know, listen, God, listen, I'm going to talk about God. I'm not going to, listen, I don't apologize for loving the Lord. I don't apologize for him loving me, whether anybody likes it or not. He loved you too, period. But something he said to me, he said, weeping may endure for a night, but joy come no more. You know what that means? That means it ain't all day. You're not crying about this all day, every day. You get a moment. You get a moment. But that moment need to hurry it up, because it is a distraction from what you need to be focused on. Travel days, I'm home. Anybody say I come home, I rest. I came in the house, I stripped everything down. I took a shower. I called my sis and I checked on her. I texted my other sisterhood. I told them I was home. And then guess what I did? I came in here and I'm talking to y'all. As soon as I get off here with y'all, I'm gonna go in that kitchen. I'm gonna find me a quick bite. I'm gonna turn on that TV and I'm gonna get in these charts and I'm gonna set the stuff up I need to set up to make sure I am ready to go. Because my goals do not care that I am tired. My goals do not care. I just got off the plane. How long are you going to keep delaying what you really desire? How long? How much longer are we going to go through this? How much longer are we going to stay on this hamster wheel until you make a decision for change? How much longer? And I hear in my heart of my sister Marquette, when she get on and she start talking about, we talking to this $6.6 trillion business, and people are losing jobs every day and life is hard. And here you are, got the answer in your mouth and you won't talk about it. Because someone else said it was a scam, or somebody else said it ain't real, because they're not used to. Let me tell you something, how the mind works. You have been conditioned to think a certain way. It is a challenge for you, unless you're around the right people, to think differently from the crowd. It's a challenge. I don't care who you are. It's a challenge. Told my husband that he'd say, I told him this one, I said, at what point did you start believing you was going to live past 20? My husband was in them streets. He from Brownsville, Brooklyn, baby. If you look it up, you'll know. If you even heard of Brownsville area, Brooklyn, you'll know. People would tell him, people that he loved, he wouldn't live past 20. That man gonna be 40 on Wednesday. What's today? 7, 8, 9, Thursday. At what point did he ask him? He said, "Bang, at what point did you start believing you were gonna live past 20? See, because people was telling him he wasn't gonna live past 20, doing what he was doing. But at what point were you going to say, I'm going to live past 20? He said, babe, you're right. It's when I started believing it, that I was going to live a long life, that my life started to shift and I started to make different decisions. When are you going to believe you were worthy you are more than just that. When are you going to believe you deserve to live in the best neighborhood? When are you going to believe you can deserve to drive the best? When are you going to believe you can live debt free? When are you going to believe that? And I get emotional because I'm watching people who have so much potential die at the wayside, in the natural, in the spirit. All because you won't say, I'm open to transition in my circle. I'm just going to tell you the truth. Wake up. Straight up, wake up. Straight up, wake up. You're going to have to pivot. Like my money mentor says, you got to pivot. Just to be in her presence. I'd be like, you need me to wash dishes? Like, what you need me to do? Just to hear what my next move need to be. Do you understand? Just sitting at her table. And it was late. Come on, Wilson's could tell you it was late. She was talking about you at the wrong bank. I mean, stuff just is, we think is so minute that I was like, what? I was at the, oh my gosh, I'm at the wrong bank. Oh my gosh. I was like, yo, and it was like, Tisha, I'm just full right now. Like, I'm just full because I get to sit at her feet. And every time I'm in her presence, I just get another nugget that I need. This is what you need to do. You need to put money over here. You need to do this. I'm like, and it don't make me feel like I can't do it at my level, but it's like, okay, now as I'm making these moves, these lineups, so boom, the next thing I do is do this. So you're not in the right room. See, because what I'm talking about, everybody ain't talking about. I got a baby too. And anybody who know me, y'all see a bus in the room, she on the live. I don't, okay, we home. This is my real life. Yeah, as a live out here now, a video I did, and she walking straight through the camera like, sis, I don't care that you on this live. You think I sat there and fussed at her? I didn't know. I kept right on pushing like, oh, okay, this is what we talking about. That's all I got. I really can't remember too long. Like I said, I'm kicking money and meals. I got to take 3 hours of study time. I got to really dive into what I know so I got clients I need to serve, and I cannot serve them if things in my life are not lined up. I got to give them all I got. And if pieces of me ain't, I can't do it. And so it's not time for you to say, oh, I need a vision party for 2020. Let me tell y'all something. You already know what you're supposed to be doing. You just ain't doing it. You already know what you're supposed to be doing. Stop fronting like, oh, I need a vision party. So you can you can put a vision board together, whether it's January, February, March, April, May, June. You want to start a new vision? You can do that anytime. So don't think you have to wait till January to have a vision in front of you, what you need to do. That's not how it works. God give it to me. I'll put it on the board. Okay, we're doing this. Okay, God, we're doing this. Okay, cool. I got it. You got to do the work. What does that look like for you? What do you really want? I just want to be that. I want to be that big sister, as my brothers say, that bit to tell you the truth. And the truth is you sleeping on yourself. You have condensed your reality to a day. And I don't care if it was Valentine's Day. I still think, I tell people all the time, they got to buy me. No, he's never, we've never done like it's blown up. Don't buy me no flowers. I tell them, no, them things die. I don't want that. Don't buy me none of that. You know, I don't care about that stuff. But Reed's Jewelers, Tiffany's, who else I got? Hugh, it's another company I used to go with all the time. They sell diamonds every day. Why am I reducing my wealth or my increase to a day? You can buy iPads every day, phones, lights, lamps, houses every single day. Why am I so stressed over this one day? I'm done. I just want to encourage y'all. I really do. Because at the end of the day, you already see life too short. You already see I get the same 24 hours you get. What you do with it is what you do with it. But you got to really think clear. What I do right now, what I condition my mind to think, what I do for the next 24 days is going to kick off what my 2021 going to look like. And if you say you tired, like you real sick and tired of it, it's time to get off the hamster wheel. It's time to make a decision that's going to be better. Now, let me tell you, I'm never going to stop talking about I Am Master Academy. And anybody, let me tell you this right here. Education is key. Now, hear what I'm saying. I didn't say four-year institutions. I didn't say college was key. I said education is key. What you know how to do determines how much money you get in the bank. Dr. Jewel, I'm so grateful for her in my life. I'm so grateful for just the connections that I had because I got to meet somebody, and I'm gonna give y'all. I got to meet the guy who handles a lot of trust and all that stuff, and it was just really it's like he confirmed so much stuff that he was talking about. But I'm gonna tell y'all this right here, because I know many of y'all get upset with rich people not having to pay taxes. Let me tell you a little secret. Not just them or anybody doing stuff, and you get upset that they don't. You need to stop playing checkers and play chess. You need to learn how to do what they do so you can get what they got. You got the wrong conversation going on. Instead of saying, you say, how can I do the same thing? That's how your conversation need to be. What do I need to do to line my stuff up? And not looking at the fact that I heard somebody get mad over $35. I put $35 of gas in my car. $35 is no money. If it's an investment, it's going to give me a return of a couple of thousand. Get your perspective together. I Am Master Academy. Let me tell you this real quick and I'm done. You know what? I Am Master Academy has 5 ways to pay. 5 ways to pay. Straight out the gate. 5 ways to pay. And I think of it like, I'll tell you, I got revelation all weekend. But let me tell you, when I think about one of the ways to pay, it's almost like an apple. You know, like you could say apples. And apples as a whole conglomerate is one thing. But if you really broke it down, apples have different types. You got a gala apple. You got a honeydew apple. No, honey crisp apple. You know, you got a red apples, like you got green apples, you know, they're all different flavors. And so what I realized that with I Am Master Academy, there are 5 ways you can get paid. Now, one of the ways they're all optional, right? They're all optional. 5 ways you can tap into a $6.7 trillion industry that will pay you every single day. Straight up. And there's no income cap. You want to make 6 figures, make them. You want to make 7, make them. You want to make 5, make them. You want to get your light bill paid. Do what you got to do. But all you really have to do is sit still enough to listen to some 7, 8, 9-figure people tell you how to do it. That's it. That's all I'm about to do. Because I understand I want to be able to do this when I got other things to do. I know this right here is going to fund what I want to do for real. Now, the 5th way I pay, I'm going to tell you, and I'll break them down real quick. The 5th way is really you saying, I want to help other people do the very same thing that I do. And the company says, listen, I'm going to award you. I'm going to pay you to do that. I don't call it pass. I'm gifting you a check for doing it. See, then someone said to me, I read something that says, success, money doesn't equal success. No. Yeah, money doesn't equal success. Success equals, meaning once you get successful, the money comes. So when you say, I'm going to help somebody else do the very same thing that I do, you said you get rewarded for that. It's favor in that. Whether you want to learn about digital currency, which is Bitcoin, Ripple, whether you want to learn about traditional Forex, or you want to learn about ECX, which is getting your own store. All you're talking about getting stores and having online stores. What if you could skip the learning curve? Like, wow, we're making stuff hard, make it easy. All of a 3-figure investment. And if you're real serious, you're really about it, you can do it in 30 days. People open stores in less than 7 days and have product. One of our very wealth is $1,000 in a day. Profit $1,000. All people aren't created equal. So how much work you're going to put in the game? That's it. It's Monday morning. Well, Monday afternoon, sorry. It's Monday afternoon. It's time to get cracking. It's time to get to work. It's not time out for you to say, I'm going to waste the next 24 days and I'm going to wait till 2021. That's not how it works. That's 24 good days. You can make it happen. Seriously. It's not time to bring the goal down. It's time for you to step it up. So this is what I'm going to tell you as I close. Whoever shared this video with you, let me say this right here. Sunday, I have an opportunity call. There's opportunity calls happening all week, but Sunday especially. For those of you who are 60 and over, I'm watching people who have retired and have to go back to work. But I know for a fact I have a group of people who have decided they were going to learn the skills, going to pay them for the rest of them. And I've seen them grow in so many ways. If you need a community in that age group, 60 plus, who's going to say, listen, I'm not going to live off of just Social Security. It's time out for us waiting for, what's today's date, the 7th? You know, people only get paid 1 check a month. The 1st and the 15th. My husband was military. I knew the game of the money game, the government money game. The 1st, the 15th. At what point you going to say, I want to get paid every day? This 1 check ain't enough. You got more days than you got check. When that's going to stop? When I'm going to get serious that I can get money every day. But anyway, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I talk to the people who are in retirement stage who said, listen, this ain't enough. I don't want to have to decide to pay to eat or buy my medicine. I know this space to work. I want to hear something that's going to help me do that. Y'all can meet me on GameChangersTrade.com throughout this week, all week. Y'all know I do my money, not money and meals. I'm sorry, y'all. I do my health and wealth motive in the morning. I'm getting back in the game first thing in the morning, y'all. I'm back on the horse, and I'm making it happen. I love y'all so much. I'm telling you, ain't even about nothing else but this. I want to see people live their best life. My life is so good. Like, and I'm like, oh, my life is really good. Like, I can't complain about what I have. All I know is God has called me to more. I am not satisfied, but I'm forever grateful because there's somebody who ain't even where I am. I am forever grateful that I get to live the life I live, but I am not satisfied because I understand that I've been called to more. I've been chosen to do more, and I've been chosen to touch more people. And so I ain't going to stop. I know what I got to do before 2021 even comes in if I really want to see what he told me is going to happen in 2021. So there's so many that I got to do in 2020. Stop pushing off what you know you need to take care of today. You got to make a decision and do something different. And you got to stick with it. Remember to do life on purpose, with purpose, and for purpose. I see y'all first thing in the morning for the Health and Wealth Motive.